when you have a space at your house that has so much potential, but you just never use it? That's exactly how I felt about this back patio. We have this huge backyard, but somehow we have nowhere to sit. So the weekend before 4th of July, we decided we were finally going to get rid of this fence so that way we can set up a nice patio area for a little barbecue. We thought that this would just take a weekend, but spoiler alert, it definitely did not. First, let me take you back a year ago because this area actually used to be worse. These were the steps that we used to have back here. They were made out of concrete. They were very awkward when we would make steps. Now, they didn't look like this when we started renting this house back in 2020, but they definitely weren't in the best condition. And when we did our walkthrough, my landlord did say that he was going to fix them, but I guess he just never got around to it. So when we bought the house in 2025, this was definitely one of the first things we had to fix because these were unsafe. Now let's fast forward to 2026, and I've already had a few people ask, why would you remove a free fence? Let me just say, ever since we moved here in 2020, this part of our yard never really made much sense to me because for one, you have asphalt and then you have concrete. Sometimes I wonder if this was put here as a way to prevent water going into the basement, because if you watch some of my videos before, you know that we've had issues with water getting into our basement. So I wonder if that was like their way of back then trying to prevent water from getting into the basement. Then that area was completely surrounded by this chain link fence. It is a very small area when you compare it to the rest of the yard. This house sits on about a little over an acre of property. When it came down to actually removing the fence itself, very easy. Just needed a wrench to remove some bolts, needed some wire cutters, and it came down in maybe a half hour. The poles, on the other hand, a different story. Now, this first one we thought was going to be the hardest one because it is set in asphalt and likely has concrete under. And this was our first time ever using a farm jack, and I know that they can be dangerous, so I was a little bit weary of us using this. But lo and behold, we got it out on the first try. But something told us the second one was not going to be that easy, and that was just too good to be true. Like, things were going way too good for me and Bernard at this point. And of course, we were right because the second one, it was much harder. We couldn't get the chain to grasp onto the pole. It kept slipping. That's partially because we had a chain that was entirely way too long and we didn't know what we were doing. We were at this for hours and it only took a matter of time before Bernard was fed up with my shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm done with this. First of all, this in the chest, man, hard. I guess so. I'm done with this. I'm going in the house.
While Bernard recovered from that incident, he was fine, by the way, I decided, let me weed whack and get rid of all these weeds that were inside the fence and along the fence. That fence was being overtaken by vines. But I think they were intentionally put here by the original owner who loved plants.
I don't even know why we did it. I know why we did it, but I don't know why it had to be done. I don't think it had to be done, but I get why you did it. Just don't think it had to be done. I don't even know why I said that. Asking you why is like figuring out the Da Vinci Code. There ain't no why, you just do shit.
I want it to look pretty.
Bruh. You can... That might require more to actually like know how than just watching some YouTube videos and being like, oh, they did it, so I could do it. That's how we get in these situations. We got one more attempt at this and I'm going in the house after this. Y'all have 3 of y'all in a whole yard and y'all are so bored, it's crazy.
It is time to power wash. This is way overdue for a cleaning. This is also gonna help me get rid of the weeds, so let's do this. Second attempt at the farm jack. This time I had a farm jack stand, which did help stabilize the actual farm jack. It actually helped give more leverage. I was so determined on this day to figure this out. I did not have Bernard because he was working. So I said, you know what? I'm going to figure this out by myself and see what I can do. And I made a lot of progress on this day. I finally was able to get these corner ones moving at least. There was a lot of trial and error involved in this. I really really just had to figure out how to get the chain to stop slipping, which I did figure out, and also the stand helped so much. But once I figured that out, I finally got the ball rolling. What I found to work the best is to make sure that part that I am pulling up is actually touching the pole. Like, it does need to be on some type of angle. And then that piece at the top has to stay to one side, and that helps stabilize the pole. And then I finally got my first one out. I will say this was such an ab workout. I had so many bruises. I cut my fingers. Like, I also bust my ass along with Bernard. So what I found to be the trick, because the first day that we tried this was a nightmare. The chain kept slipping. So to prevent the chain from slipping, I'm using this thing that already came with the gates, and I'm tightening it back up on the pole so that way I can wrap the chain around it and the chain won't slip anymore. That has been the trick. Hold that, hold that. I was at this all day until Bernard came home from work, and then he started helping me again with trying to break up the concrete and dig around it. Luckily, the concrete was very easy to break. I think just because it was so old, we just kept wetting the ground as much as we could and breaking it with the shovel and just taking the pieces out. These corner ones, though, they had so much concrete.
Are we on the same page?
Put your foot on this as you wrap it. Oh, there you go.
God damn. That's probably what I don't know. That shit is a nice look. I feel like it's more concrete.
Thank you, baby. You are the sweetest. Concrete.
All that concrete, was it necessary? Like, it's still like it's more concrete on the thing.
I lost track of how many days we've been doing this. These poles are so far deep into the ground and have like 2 layers of concrete. I hope I can get them out. I really just want to get the 2 outside. One's done. This week it's gonna hit over 100 degrees, Friday being 110, and that's really hot for New Jersey. So I have to get this done today. So you see this? And this? That is why it took so long to get out. There was not 1, but 2 balls of concrete on top. This one has a second ball of concrete also. It's like they dug it in, put some concrete in, let it dry, put another bag of concrete, let it dry. Luckily the concrete is very old and very easy to break apart, so I've just been trying to use a sledgehammer, hammer, and break it apart. Today's an exciting day because we're setting up the patio. We only have about 3 days until 4th of July, so this has to get done today because then I have to clean, go shopping and whatnot. Bernard is working today, so hopefully I can get this done by myself. The furniture is really heavy and big. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I forget that I have sons. My oldest son is almost 14, so I think he should be able to help. Come on.
When are you gonna open it? Oh, you made it. Got it.
After spending a week getting those poles out, this part felt like a reward because this is my favorite part, decorating. Putting the patio furniture together was so easy because everything was pretty much put together. It was just a table that I actually had to assemble. Unfortunately, the rug did get lost in shipping, and by the time I did receive it, it was very wrinkled. So I wet a towel and started steaming it. This worked really well, especially on the ends where it was like rolled up and kind of folded. But all the creases in the middle, unfortunately, were very hard to get out where it was folded. So if you have any tips, let me know. My little helper helping me put sand in the sandbags. This is to hold down the umbrella.
Yeah.
Last minute, we decided to get a new grill just because before we had a charcoal grill and we thought getting a propane grill would just make things a little bit faster. And we also decided to add some lights back here. Now remember where we started and here's where we're at now. Look at the difference. And just be mindful, we are not done with this yard. We still have so much we want to do out here. Plus, this is more of like a temporary sitting area. I know we did all of that for it to be temporary, but that's because our addition will be back here in the next year or so. But there are probably hundreds of other projects that we can do out here. But for the first time since moving here, we finally have a place to sit back here.